Oh, there we
Hey, what's
go.
up, man?
Sorry, technical difficulties.
All good.
I am here today with Ben Farley, for those who don't know. He, he is going to be our Genesis Week Dean this summer. The dates for that is May 27th through May
Mhm.
31st. I'm gonna let Ben talk. So Ben, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about your camp experience.
Sure. Yeah, well, hey, first, I appreciate you having me on. I know I'm the first of several deans that you're going to have on, so I appreciate getting to set the tone here. But yeah, my name's Ben Farley. I'm the lead pastor at Red Brush Christian Church in Louisville. I've been here for almost 3 years now. And so this year, I have the opportunity to be a part of Genesis Week. It's a week that I've spoken at before. Never been a dean, but Tim Davis, Courtney Davis, they have done a phenomenal job throughout the years of leading that camp. And so now we're stepping into that. So myself and then Penny Arnold, our children's minister here at Red Brush, is going to be a part of this week too. And so we're kind of tag teaming this week and could not be more excited about it. Genesis Week is one of those weeks that you think you know the creation story, you think you know the story of Genesis, but when you hear the guys from Creation Truth Museum, Matt Miles, Ryan Cox, when you hear those guys go into depth in that story and all that takes place, you realize you've just scratched the surface. And so our hope is that it really helps build these students' faith and helps them to understand that, man, if you believe that Genesis 1 is true, the rest of Scripture falls in line as well. And so it's an awesome week. I hope that anybody who's interested in that would consider being a part of it.
Brady Van Heine said, "Bring them on camera." They said, "Turn your camera on." So, so is this your first time deaning, or have you deaned different camps? Or
So I have been a co-dean for a few years. Gosh, at this point, Mackay, it's probably been close to 10 years ago. I was one of the co-deans of Senior High Week. And so myself, Matt Farrar, Logan West, we all led that week. And so, but it's been a few years. And so we've had 4 kids since I was dean back then. So I had a lot going on in my family, but now my kids are at the age where I can start doing more of these things. So yeah, excited to be back in it. I think it's going to be a phenomenal week, and so I hope people will go to oilbelt.com, sign up. We've got about half of the spots already filled as of today. And so we've got about 45 more spots. And so time is of the essence if you want to get signed up for that.
I'll be at the Pathfinder week, so I'm really excited to see how your week's gonna
Yeah.
go. So I
Yeah,
get
this
to
is
be
one of those weeks
outside
where we have
looking in.
multiple camps going on at the same time. So it's going to be organized chaos, but it's going to be a good time.
Can you tell us some people that will be on your faculty? Or
Yeah, so one of the things that we're trying to do is really take this undertaking on as a church. And so we've invited a lot of our church people here at Red Brush to be a part of Genesis Week. So don't have everything detailed out yet, but we're going to try to really make this a thing that our church can do together and lead. Doesn't mean we're not going to have people outside Red Brush be a part of that. We've got some great people that are coming in to help lead that. We've also got Michael Hinnen. He's a professor at Ozark Christian College in Joplin, Missouri. He's going to be our speaker every night during that. If you've ever had the chance to listen to Michael, you know he's phenomenal. If you haven't, you need to go check him out. The dude is an incredible speaker, and so he's going to be there. He'll also be kind of helping out during the week, and so got a lot of people that we're trying to bring on board. But that in the next couple weeks will be finalized, and it's going to be a good collection of people.
okay, I could really see Genesis week kind of being like a, I don't know if you've heard of Niners week, but I could really see it being like a Niners last year. A lot of decisions, a lot of kids coming to Christ.
Yeah, you know that's always the hope, Mackay. That with Genesis week, there's a lot of head knowledge that's gained, and rightfully so. But our goal with this week, as it always is for the head knowledge to lead to life transformation. We want people to understand that creation is true, and because creation is true, that God has orchestrated all of this, then we can believe the rest of the scriptures. If God can create the world and everything in it, it is not too hard for him to raise his son Jesus from the dead. And so it's our hope that this just leads to a realization that this is real. This has real life impact, and that kids will make a decision. I fully expect, as every week has, that there will be some decisions made. So we just hope that God will do what only he can do, change the hearts and minds of people.
Okay, so I got a couple more
Okay.
questions that students are asking. So with that being said, what should students expect from Genesis week?
I think the big thing for me is that the students should expect to have their preconceived notions challenged. And here's what I mean by that, Mackay. Um, if you grew up in church, chances are Genesis 1, the creation story, was one of the first stories that you learned. Um, and so it's really easy for us as people who have been in the church for a long time or people who have just been around it to think, oh, I know everything there is to know about the creation story. 7 days, no big deal. I hope that they'll see there's so much more to that, that it communicates how powerful God is, how He is the authority in all the world, and so I hope it leads to them realizing, hey, this is a God that is powerful, but yet loves me, and I can trust. So that's the big thing I hope is that they will come with an open mind, realizing we've just scratched the surface of this story. And Matt Miles, Ryan Cox, they do a great
Yeah.
job of expanding on that. And just come prepared to have your minds blown because every time I hear them speak, I learn something new. And I know that's going to be no different for our students.
So with that being said, what's going to be so like, are you doing creation this year, the flood, or Babel? What are you guys doing
Yeah,
this
so
year?
for those who don't know, it's always in a 3-year rotation. Makai, you just said it. We have year one is creation, year two is the flood, year three is the Tower of Babel. So we are back to the beginning of that cycle. So they're going to be working through the week of creation. And so if you've never gone to Genesis week, this is the perfect time to jump on. You're at year one of this cycle, but if you've gone there before, man, you're going to learn something that you didn't learn the last time you were a part of Genesis week. So it's just a great time to be a part of this, and I know you'll be blessed for it.
Are you still planning on having like? Are you still planning on going on a field trip? Or are you guys setting all that up? What's the whole? Because I know when I was a camper, we always went on a field trip to kind of
Yeah.
replica what
Yeah.
we're learning.
So over the last few years, they have not done the field trip, and instead, we've kind of done a lot more at camp. So there's more teaching, there's more hands-on things that we'll do there. So probably not going to take the field trip this year, but don't let that disappoint you because we've got some things in store that I can't tell you just yet, but we've got some things in store that will more than make up for that.
Perfect. So you so like, what's the age group of Genesis week?
Yeah, so it is always the grade that you're going into the next school year. And so Genesis week is for seventh graders. So those going in to seventh grade in the 25-26 school year, up to seniors in high school. So seventh through 12th grade is who Genesis week is for. And so yeah, it's a great week. One of the more intimate weeks, meaning it's not as big of a crowd just because we cap it to 100 students. So yeah, it'll be a blessing for all those who decide to go.
You will also be working with Ryan Scott, who's Pathfinder One. Have you talked to her like how you guys are going to set things up, or like?
Yeah, so Penny has been dealing with a lot of the detail stuff as far as that goes, and I know her and Ryan have communicated. So the way that often works is the Pathfinder camp will be have a lot of room in the chapel. They'll be outside a lot, and then Genesis week is pretty much centered in the Ark. So if you're not familiar with Oil Belt, it's the big building on campus is known as the Ark, and so most, if not all, of our week outside of meals and swim time will be inside of the Ark. So it's a spot with more than enough enough room to accomplish everything that we need to.
And that means you'll probably do worship, I'm assuming, and everything in there. And
Yes.
then,
Yes, absolutely.
okay, final question before we let you go is there anything you'd like to add, like advice or just anything you'd like to add about your week?
Oh man. Just come expecting God to do something in your life. I think so many people that I've talked to have had oil belt as a part of their story. Just talking to Penny today, she went to Bible college because of oil belt. It changed her life. She realized she wanted to go into ministry, and now she's doing incredible things in the ministry here at Red Brush. And so I would just say, man, when you sign up for camp, yes, it's a great time. It's a awesome time to meet new friends, to reconnect with people you haven't seen since last year, but also come spiritually expecting God to do something because, man, time and time again, He does. And I can't wait to see the stories that will come out of this.
All right. Thank you so much, Ben, for your time.
Kai, thanks for having me, man. Hey, one last plug. Make sure you go to oilbelt.com, sign up. Half the spots of Genesis Week are already taken, so make sure you sign up today.
All right. Thank you so
All right, man.
much.
We'll
Bye
see
bye.
ya.